Hey, hey, how is everybody doing today? This is Yehudit Steinberg, certified Zentangle teacher, instructor, and I'm guiding you through the this Inktober Tangles 2022 challenge. Each day there is a video on a different pattern, and we are going to learn Lolliwimple by Sandy Hunter, CZT, today. So in this video, as I've said in other videos, but if this is the first time you're tuning in, we have two parts to our video. The first part of the instruction is the step out on how to draw the pattern step by step. And this is the Zentangle way. I have created a beginner's guide. The link is in the description, and you can get access to the step out template and a number of other things, everything you need to be able to do this challenge. And hey, it's past October 1st of 2022, and that doesn't matter because you can start this challenge anytime you want. You can skip. There is really no order in the videos, and just have fun and learn them. So today we are going to learn Lolliwimple. And just an FYI, it's the first time I've ever done this tangle as well. I've practiced ahead of time. I've learned a few things. I've had some mystery moments as how it turns out, but it's a really fun tangle, and it's pretty, and it's an easy one for you to learn. So here's the step out, and we are going to head over to my studio, and we are going to draw this step out together. And there are 6 steps, as in most Zentangle patterns that are approved patterns. There are no more than 6 simple elemental lines that we need to learn in each, and so there's only 6 steps, and there's one elemental line at a time. It's a step-by-step process, and at the end of 31 days, you follow along, you create the step outs, you have 31 patterns. You know how to put them together again, and you can have a lot of fun without ever having to go on your phone or the computer to find out how to do it. So that is why I chose this. This is a beginner's focused channel for learning Zentangle. And let's get over to the studio and let's get started. So here we are in the studio getting ready to do the step out for Lolliwimple, which is the pattern that we are drawing today. And I wanted to show you the mandala. I also created this template, and it is available for you to copy and use to create your 31-day challenge with all the different patterns that we are going to learn. And as I said before, you could take 60 days to learn it, but you will have all the information you need with the beginner's guide, the email that I send you with the links back to this channel of each day, to the video that explains that tangle. So let's get started. I am using, as you can see over here, I'm using the same simple tools. You don't need a lot. You don't have to go to the craft store to do this challenge. You can use a fine liner and very simple tools to do this. Now, here is our step out, and as you can see, it's quite easy. We're using orbs and C shapes. So Zentangle was created with the non-artist in mind, and what the founders, Maria and Rick, what their intention is to, how can we have people that are non-artists, how can we teach them how to draw these patterns and also relax and have a Zen flow moment so that they are more relaxed, more focused, their creativity opens up. And that's why I love Zentangle, and that's why I am teaching Zen and creativity by using the Zentangle method. So with the ICSO, if you can write this word, you can learn these patterns, because as I just showed you, it's basically step by step. And we have step outs. So you create the step outs, and then you're able to put them in a file in a notebook, and you're able to draw them again and again. So this is a diagram so that has the straight lines, the C shapes, the circles, the orbs, the S shapes, and dots. And mainly what we're using today are going to be these little circles that we call them orbs in Zentangle, because we're not drawing perfect circles, and C shapes. So let's get started. So I start with, I'm using a 4x6 file cards that, and I have the file from numbers 1 through 31, and it's going to be my Inktober file box. So as the years go on, and I do the step outs for each annual Inktober Tangles, then I will have a collection, and it'll be in one little file box, and I can pick that file box up and take my little canvas bag that has, you know, my my papers and my couple of pencils, and you know, what have you, in one little bag, throw it in my purse, and head on out the door. You can go to the local cafe, order some tea or coffee, and you know, maybe a little sweet treat, and we're good to go. And I'm having fun, and I'm also creating pretty artwork. So the next thing we want to do is we want to write the name of this pattern down here. So I want to get this centered a little bit closer. And you know, like I said, it's a new pattern for me. I'm not quite sure where the name Lolliwimple came from, but that's what we're drawing today. And here we go. So we're going to write the name and the day. And this day is, and see, I write all the information on the back, so I have it at my fingertips. Day 17. And these little guys are called bijou tiles. They're 2 inches square. and they're great for drawing mini size pattern. And I keep my patterns, these little 2x2s, because I can also take them anywhere. And look, I just fold it up. They're little coin collectors 2x2, and these are the different patterns that we're doing during Inktober 2022. So this blank one right here is Lolliwimple, and that's what we're going to do now. So it is suggested that you start with a straight parallel lines that are in pencil. So we're gonna, okay, let me, now the distance that you put them will be different. It will create a different design. I gave a lot of space here, so I had a lot of interest. I had a big center, but I've seen some of them that are half this size. So what I also suggest on this channel is that you go out and you see what others are doing. There is an app. Zentangle has a mosaic app that you can download for free, and there is a cost if you want to post on it, but if you just want to look at the different drawings and art from other Zentangle artists, there's quite a variety, and it's really amazing and worth doing. So let's move to step 2. So now we're going to create our parallel lines, and now on these lines we're going to make little orbs, and I'm going to start on one side and I'm going to do a little one, and see I'm centering it over the line. So some of it's inside, some of it's outside, and you'll see why later. Okay. We should leave a little more space in between. That one was a little, and you also see why. But I seem to be if this was a bigger space, I'd spread it out. So that's how you begin. That's step 1. So now let's move on. Actually, that's step 2. Now let's move on to number 3 step. Then I'm going to pick up my black 01, and I'm going to make these orbs. I like to do small and large. I'm leaving a little more space this time. And then I'm going to come opposite over here, and I'm going to do a smaller one and then a larger one, and you'll see how I do that right now. Okay, so if you have done Zentangle before, if you've taken an introductory class, you've learned crescent moon. If you haven't taken an introductory class, I'm going to start a new class in November. I have a 4-week series that is having 5-star reviews, and I will be linking that in the videos going forward, how you can have more information about that beginner's class. And we learn a tangle called crescent moon, and that is what we're going to do now. Is we're going to aura around these orbs. So I'm going to pull in a little, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn this just a little bit so my hand can do a decent job. And here we go. We're going to put a C shape. Then we're going to do another C shape. And you see, I'm stopping at the line, not all the way to where the orb is. Try to get them even spaced. Then we're going to turn this. And we'll do it here. And this is step 3. Once you do this, we're going to repeat this over at step 4. Oh, I went off camera. Here we go. Sorry, folks. I'm going to pull out a little. This is a new channel for me. I started just 2 weeks ago, and I'm really excited about it. If you like the channel, please do subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out because I'm more than halfway to my first 100 subscribers in 2 weeks. And once I have 100 subscribers, I can create a custom link so that it makes it a lot easier for you to find me. So I would really appreciate subscribing if this channel interests you. So there's one. The other reason I like to do step outs first when I'm learning a pattern is that I actually get to learn the pattern. I get to see how it's put together step by step, and I get a lot of practice in. Not to mention that I have a record of how to do this pattern again. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Got to pay attention. So even those of us that have been doing this a long time, we still make mistakes, but they're not really mistakes. They're opportunities to try something new, because creativity is all about being curious and being open to try new things. And it's a real lesson in well, let's see if I can draw around these upside down. Not my favorite, but I want to try to turn this less for you, because I don't want you getting dizzy. Okay, so we did that one aura, and now the next part of the pattern is we're going to come back around and we're going to put another aura. try to get them even. Well, you don't actually in Lolliwimple, it seems to be a pretty flexible pattern. So I can't do this upside down. I have to turn it. Bear with me. And then we're going to do this again. I'm going to do a little bit of behind here, make it look like they're coming behind. There. Okay. There we are. Okay, now we're going to repeat this on the next step. I think I jumped ahead a little bit, but I think we're good. Because let me show you. So actually on this step here, I wanted to show you one more. And then we were going to fill it all in. But let's do the next step, and I'm going to show you how another way you can close it off. So let's do it. This should be not sloppy and closed. Now, this makes a great border. You could move it into different shapes depending on where your line, how you draw your guidelines, your string lines to begin with. So now I'm going to do the first aura. The second one, well, the other side. Now we're going to come back on this side. I want to do it again. This time I'm going to stop on top of this line. And then I'm going to bring it here like a weave. Now, what I wanted to show you here, that we're going to close off these lines here, the bottom. You see, so I'm going to turn this, I'm going to back out and do this from a little bit further out. I'm going to turn this and work the other side. So I'm going to work it here. And I'm going to turn it just a little bit and fill the rest of this in. And then we've completed our step out. Once we complete the step out, we're going to move into part 2, which is drawing it over on our mandala. So I'm going to put one more aura here. I'm going to turn it. And I'm going to fill it in here with some lines that go behind. Okay, so basically that concludes the basic pattern of Lolliwimple. Here is my after I started embellishing it, this is what mine looked like. And you can see here that this these parallel lines are not as wide as this. And once it was wider, I mean, I thought it took kind of interesting shape. It either looked to me like a centipede, or it really looks like the Chinese dragons in the dragon dance. So I think it's kind of cool. So you can, there's a lot of different ways that you can play around with Lolliwimple, and I suggest you go and look at what some of the other videos are showing you how it's put together, and you can get some ideas. And you might want to do that before you're drawing on the mandala and practice it a bit, or you can just do what I'm doing and draw it on there. So let's gather our materials and let's get ready for part 2, which is our mandala. This is the template that we use, and this is part of this is partially done what I've been doing each day. And let's head into the studio once again, and we will get started with drawing on our mandala. So here. Okay. So I don't need my hot pink. I'm going to put it away so I don't get distracted and use it. So let's get in our orbs along our lines. I'm going to give a nice spacing here. And we're going to do the other side. I like to keep these, and this one I'm kind of doing it parallel, but you know, one thing about art is that it's really about experimentations. You have to be willing to fail, and it's not really failing, it's just trying. It's about discovery, and you get a thought, say, what if I did X? What if I did Y? What would happen? So now I'm going to turn my pattern, and I'm going to give these auras around, trying to be even, but as you can see, not always making it. Okay. Now, I'm going to do another one before I turn it, so I don't have to turn as much. So I want this to come here, and then I'm going to have this one come here. So, let me know how you've been doing in this challenge. If you have any questions, just pop them in the comments, and I will respond. I've been having people ask for some of the supplies that I've been using, and I will have a link. I will update that information, and include a new link in the emails that I send out going forward. So I will do that in the next couple days. It's been kind of busy here, trying to keep up with doing a video every day, plus my classes, plus other projects that I've been working on, and having the Jewish holidays, which I do observe. So it October's always a really busy month. Jewish holidays are now finished for a while, and so one of my classes is finished for the next couple of weeks. I have a new class, New Beginners Zen 101. All you beginners that really want to understand how to do the Zen Tangle 8-step process, you'll want to check out my intro class, because I give you all the basics that really pull all this together, and you won't be going into the groups and saying, oh, I don't understand how to do this, because you will have taken my class, and you will learn how these are all the fine points you need to know to have a daily practice with Zentangle. So I'm going to turn this around again so I can look at it. So I have just drawn Lolliwimple on here, and I am going to, as I do in other videos, I am going to leave the pattern for now, because I don't, once I get a pattern in, I like to sit with it for a little bit, and then I kind of have a dialogue with it, and it starts speaking to me and letting me know what direction it wants to go. And that's how I come up with these really unusual variations. That one over here, this guy, this one here. So I'm going to send you out, and if you haven't, I'm going to send you out to some of the other websites. I have a link to Barbara Langston's Not Perfect Zen. Did I do this? Did I? Yeah. Got distracted with my talking, and I want to make sure that I'm also getting the video working right. So we have talked. Well, you know what I'm seeing here is I'm not. Let me see. There we go. That's what I wanted. So tomorrow's slow poke, and I love this design. I really didn't think I would be all that cool with it, but I love spirals, and we call them printops in Zentangle. And in the beginner's class, you learn why we have different names and the history and all that. Very extensive 4-week class, and each class has a workbook that is stellar. And we have a private Facebook group that I have additional information, and I help you through it all. So now we'll see you on the next video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And you like this channel and you want to be notified, hit that bell so that you know when a new video is coming. After Inktober, I will be uploading a new video weekly, and my plan right now is to upload them on Sundays. So I want to thank all of you that have been watching the videos, that are watching this video, and that have subscribed to the channel and has opted in to the email. I appreciate all of you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye for now.